I'm always very nervous about not making the booth feedback, and today I feel like that might be a valid concern. It's extremely hot. So the total that I made at this market was, hey guys, welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new. In today's video, I'm really excited because it is market day, so we're gonna be going to a market together, and I did a little bit of prepping beforehand, and then we went to the market. It was so fun, and then we are gonna be doing a whole breakdown of everything we sold, bestsellers, and how much money we made. So I'm really excited. This is my first market of the year, but I have tons of other market videos and also market prep vlogs from both this year and past years. So if you're interested in that kind of content, I'll link all the playlists and everything down below for you guys. Before we get into it, I did want to let you guys know that I have opened up my Etsy shop. So if you're interested in written patterns, that is where that will be for you guys. Eventually I might sell some real crochet on there too, but I just opened it up, so make sure to check it out. And I also just finished my 10 weeks of market tutorials series here on the channel. So 10 tutorials of market bestsellers, and they are my favorite products to make for markets. Super quick, no sew, you guys get it. So make sure to check those out as well if you're interested in some really good market makes. And a lot of them are going to be in this video because I sold them at my market. So now let's get into the market vlog. Hey guys, it's currently like 8:30 in the morning. I just woke up, but I'm just getting ready. I feel like I should have filmed this when I was more ready, but I wanted to just talk about a few things before, because there's literally been times where I forgot to record it all before getting to the market, and I hate that. I like when market vlogs have like a little before, during, and after. Once I'm done getting ready, I'm gonna calculate how much inventory I have, like now that I have my total of what we're bringing today. And honestly guys, I've been doing a lot of market prepping over the past 2 days, but I haven't filmed any of it because we've literally been so busy, like not just with this but with other stuff, so I just didn't film it because I just couldn't. So basically on Friday we went and organized all of our stuff that we're actually bringing, like in terms of display stuff. We're only bringing one table, so we got like our tablecloth out, and then we got 2 crates that we'll be using our shelves, and we also printed signs, just updated signs if we change the price, or if we want to switch to a sign from like just tagging all of them. It's easier for some things with this display to just have a sign because they're like all together, so it doesn't really make sense to tag them all. So we did that, and then we just got everything organized and ready. It's all downstairs, so we'll just have to go get it when we are ready to go, or like right before. And then the other thing that I did was I finished setting up my Square account, so you guys can watch my other market prep vlogs. You should watch them in order, from the first one, second one, third one. There might even be a fourth one, I don't know. I think there is. And then this one. So if you haven't watched those, watch those ones first. If you guys have been following for a while, you would know I've been putting up getting a Square account for a very long time, but you guys have always told me every time I do a market vlog, get a Square, you can do Square this way, you can do Square that way. I appreciate it. Continue to give me tips in the comments. Some of them were not very nice, but anyway. I decided this was the year that I was going to do it. I had decided that already last year that I was going to do Square this year, because last year was the first year that a lot of people were expecting debit from us or credit, whereas in the past it's been very normal in our town to just do cash because our markets used to be cash only. So last year was the first year we noticed a lot of people were like, oh, you don't have debit. So we definitely decided this was the year we were gonna do it. So me and Fiona both have our own accounts. It's not ideal because like I'm gonna have to take her payments if someone is ordering something from both of us, you know, but it's totally fine because I used to do that with e-transferring as well. Like I would send her all the e-transfers. So we are going to offer cash, e-transfer, and debit. And the way we're doing that is doing the phone tapping on Square, like the Square app. Thank you to whoever told me that was a possibility last year. That was very helpful information to know, because I did not want to buy any of the hardware or like the actual like Square machines. I just did not want to buy that, especially because they also take a fee from you. I'm like, no, I'm not paying that much money. But with it being like free, aside from the fee when someone actually purchases something, I was like, okay, I can do this. This is easy. So I made an account, got it all set up, put all my stuff in there. I don't know how to put like stock in it. So like I have like 6 axolotls. I wanted to put that, but I didn't figure out how to do that. So whatever, but I did put all my stuff in. I put my discounts in as well, which is good. And I also did a test payment yesterday and it did work. I didn't get the money into my account, but I think that's normal. Like, I don't think you're supposed to get it till the next day anyway. I'm kind of nervous about it, but I'm also kind of excited about it because it's much easier than taking cash or e-transfer sales, so that will be really nice. I'm still planning on recording everything in my notebook because I'm not going to record the cash sales in Square, so I'm probably just going to record everything and like what specifically it was and stuff in my notebook. I helped Fiona set hers up as well. Aside from that, I don't really know. I guess I double checked with the people who's running it if we needed to bring our tent. They said yes, so I did not want to bring our tent because it's a lot of work, but it's okay. I'm excited to try out the one table setup as well. The only thing I don't like about it is that you can't really see us at all. And like, it was not really avoidable because you have to use all that like vertical space if you're doing a one table setup. At least we do. Oh, and then yesterday we also did our float. So we each put around $50 into it. I personally am worried it's not going to be enough, especially in terms of change. We do not have a lot of change, but I'm hoping with the debit payments being available and also the changes we've made to our prices that are a little bit more of even numbers, we are going to be able to just manage with that amount. We're bringing a little bit of backup, but we just didn't have a lot, and it's such a hassle to go get cash. Like, we couldn't have even done it yesterday because like the bank wasn't open and stuff, so I don't know, but hoping for the best with that one because running out of cash on a market is not fun. If you've ever had that happen to you before, you know. Usually we would bring a little bit more, but again, it used to be our main form of payments. I don't know. I still kind of hope a lot of people pay with cash though, because technically we make more money if they pay with cash. Also, the reason I keep saying debit, it's technically just like tap. You can tap anything, but I think I'm gonna say debit. And then if they specifically ask for credit or Visa or whatever, I'll let them. But I'm pretty sure they charge a lot more on Square for credit cards than debit cards. So I'm planning on doing that because I would like to make as much money as possible from the sale, you know? But if they have a credit card, that's totally fine as well. I just think it's so cool that like technology is like at the point where we can just tap on each other's phones. Like, that's so cool. So I'm excited to try it today. Now I'll give you a little bit of information about the market and then I'll go finish calculating my totals and stuff for you guys. So this market is like just outside of the town that me and Fiona are from. It's from 12 to 4, so just 4 hours, which we haven't done a 4-hour market in a long time. I guess last year I did a night market, which was probably 4 hours or maybe 5 hours, but we've never done one at this place before either. They also do Christmas markets though, which is part of the reason I wanted to come to this one because I kind of want to go to the Christmas market. So hopefully we'll be able to like see the whole space and stuff and just kind of see how it goes there. We are gonna plan on being there by like 11. That's just when they told us to come set up. Our setup will not take us a full hour like at all, but it's nice to not have to rush. We also don't have a spot, like specific spot, so I usually like to get there earlier. You don't have a spot because if you get there last, you might get a bad spot. So that's just something that we like to do, but we're not getting there crazy early or anything. Just 11 when they told us to come anyway. We have like a lot of family coming and stuff, so that'll be fun. But I honestly have like super low expectations for this market. I feel like I don't think it's gonna be bad. It's just like when you've never done one at a place before, and I just think it's kind of like the fact that it's at the winery, we're selling crochet plushies. I don't think it's gonna go very well, but I'm still excited about the experience, and I kind of get really nervous for some stuff like this. So it'll be nice to like do this one with Fiona so that I can eventually do them on my own when she's not here. And we have another market in like a few weeks, so it will be nice to be like used to doing markets again before that one. I feel like markets are like more scary to think about than to actually do them though, so it'll be fine. This clip is like really long though, so hopefully I gave you all the information, but I'm gonna go now and finish getting ready. Okay, I just calculated my total. I'm not bringing my tapestry, so I changed that, and then I added the actual prices of all my keychains because we decided to do the top shelf 6 and the bottom 8, and most of them are on the top, so it's just easier than individually pricing. So I have a total of 230 items, which is around the same as I had last year, I think, but I do have more inventory price wise, I guess. So my total new inventory is $1,116. That is 75 new items as well. So that's stuff I didn't have last year. I made them in the past few months. And then my grand total is $2,428. So that's good. I'm not bringing all of that. I mean, I'm bringing all of it to the market, but I'm probably not going to display all of it because this is a one table setup, so it's a little bit smaller. So I'm probably not going to put some of my stuff out. I told what I'm not putting out in my recent table setup market vlog, so you can watch that if you're interested. But I also wanted to mention that the booth fee for this market was $30, which is good. but it's actually not that good for this area, like especially for a 4-hour market. I mean, it is comparable now to what it is everywhere else, but you might think like $30 is really cheap, and it was only 15 because many people split it, so you might be right. But I'm always very nervous about not making the booth feedback regardless of how much it is, and today I feel like that might be a valid concern. I always get mad at myself for not having any faith in myself, but it's just different based off of if you have done the market before or not, I think. And today I have no expectations, so I am hoping for the best. The good news is the weather looks pretty good. I haven't looked at it really specifically yet today, but I was looking at it yesterday, and so far I looked outside and it looks nice. So that's really good because we haven't had any nice weather so far until literally yesterday. So it's very nice, but I really don't know what to wear. I'm scared. So yesterday I was boiling. So hopefully I figured out, and I'll let you guys know when I have another update. Okay, more or less ready now. Wearing a comfy outfit, but hopefully still cute and appropriate for the weather. I just want to show you, we went and bought this because Fiona has one of the ones we usually use at her apartment, and then we got some bags just in case anyone needs a bag. We try not to give bags to everyone because it's kind of wasteful, and also it cuts into our profits, but if someone wants a bag, obviously we want to be able to give them that, so we bought a few extra, and I will show you guys what we have downstairs as well. So we're bringing these 2 crates, and we filled them up with all of our stuff. See, there's more bags there, and yeah, all of that stuff. We need, oh, I just remember, we need our 2 stress ball and mini octo baskets. I need to go get that. And then this is my inventory, and then I have more inventory and those 2 things right there. I'm gonna bring like one of these things up, but I really need to go get those baskets, so I'm gonna do that now. This is what we're currently looking like. I did fill up those 2 baskets over there with the faux fur yarn for the stress balls and mini octos, so that's good. But yeah, pretty much this is what we're bringing. Guys, we made it. It's actually only 10 minutes till it starts, and we just finished setting up because it was a lot. But we did it. It's pretty good. Still need to kind of fix things, but we did the best we could. It's extremely hot. Not prepared again. You know, it's fine. I may not update much, you know, but I'll try my best. Yeah, but hey guys, in the vlog, it's currently like, what, is it 1:30 or 1? Or?
I don't actually know. I think it's like 1:20. It's 1:20, guys.
It's actually going good. It's gotten quite a bit busier.
We're doing pretty good. We both made the booth feedback. She's made a lot.
That's more than we expected, so it's all up from here.
It's all up from here.
I'll try and film more, but you know, the vibes. Also, all the sales have been debit, so we're very much glad that we made Square accounts. Yes, definitely recommend if you haven't already. Guys, all the view here is literally so cute. Like, I literally have never been here before. I'm coming back.
Yeah.
It's so cute.
We'll be back.
So cute. I might show you guys, but I don't really want to film people. So if
maybe
it
when we
gets
take down
a little less busy, I'll try and take a clip of it for you guys. It's so cute. Hey guys, just wanted to update because I didn't update after the market yesterday. I filmed a quick clip of packing up while we were in the middle of loading up the car and everything, but I wasn't able to update very much at the market. It was pretty busy, and I will go into all the details of that in the recap portion coming up next. But it was a really fun day, and I did go to my grandma's house for dinner very soon after getting home and unpacking and everything, so that's why I didn't film a clip or anything afterwards. But now let's get into the breakdown and recap of the market and everything that we sold. Hey guys, so it is now Friday, and I had my market on Sunday. I did share a little bit, I think, with you on maybe Monday, a little update, but I'm now getting ready to sit down and do the breakdown for you guys, and I'm really excited. This is my favorite part of market vlogs, so I don't know if it is yours too, but let me know what your favorite part of market vlogs are in the comments down below. Mine's probably either the actual market part or the breakdown, where you learn the money and the bestsellers, the details. I apologize if you can hear any background noise. There's like some yard work going on around me. I don't really know. I didn't notice until I started filming, so sorry about that. But I'm going to talk a little bit about the market and the day itself, and then we'll get into everything that sold and then the bestsellers and how much money we made. So let's get into it. Okay, so the event was 12 to 4. We got there at around 11, and it was just outside of the town that we live in. The booth fee was $30. Me and Fiona split it, so it was $15 each. Not too bad for a 4-hour market, but also we pay $30 for like 8-hour and 6-hour markets here, so it wasn't the greatest, but not the worst either. And we actually got very lucky with the weather because we have not had a nice day yet this year, and we haven't had a nice day since. So Saturday and Sunday were literally like summer, so hot, so nice. I was not dressed for it, as you guys saw, but I didn't even care because I was just so grateful it was sunny and nice out. So that was amazing, and I think it did contribute to Vidya's interrupting by playing with her toy. I definitely think that also did contribute to how busy it was. With that being said, it was not very busy. I'll get into that a little bit later, but I think if it was like bad weather, it would have been really not busy, so I was super grateful for that. The location was so nice. I would definitely go back just to go there or to do another market there. I would definitely be open to that because it was so pretty. The view was so nice. I forgot to get a video for you guys like I mentioned, but it was literally just like we were up high. It looked like not where I live. Like it was crazy. So that was amazing as well. We were out on a patio. We did not put our tent up, even though they did ask us to bring our tent. We asked like, should we be putting our tent up? I think like one vendor had a tent up, but the rest didn't. And basically we were underneath like a deck with like a thing over top of it. So we had shade where we were sitting, and then our table was kind of in the sun. So that was really nice. And I definitely liked not putting the tent up because it was very easy to set up and take down, and like when we took down, like my dad didn't even have to come because we didn't have our tent, so it was really nice. Getting into more of the sales stuff, it did take us like an hour to set up, which was a long time, but sales were pretty consistent but slow, if that makes sense. We only had like probably under 20 sales. I think definitely under 20 sales for the total market, and the majority of people who did purchase from us bought multiple things. So I would say probably no more than 10 people, maybe even like 8 people total purchased from us, which is obviously not great, but we didn't expect this market to be incredibly busy. I mostly just wanted to see the location because they do Christmas markets that are pretty popular, and I wanted to kind of do a market just to get into it again this year. I really enjoyed it. It was a very positive experience. I really liked all the people there and all the people that came out. I was really grateful for everybody who came to visit the market, and everybody there was really nice. All the kids, there was some kids there, even though it was at a winery. They were so sweet, and there was like no issues, so it was really positive in that way, and we were never like bored. So it wasn't like we were sitting there for hours without getting a sale. It was just overall not a busy market. There was a lot of people there at some points, like having wine and stuff, but not really shopping. It wasn't like dead, but it was not a busy market. Just a couple more things. I wanted to mention that we used Square for the first time. I did already talk about that a little bit, but it was a very successful experience overall. I'm very glad we had it. I think at this event, a lot of people expected it. They were also really happy to have it. At the same time, it went very smoothly. I got all the money deposited into my account very quickly. I loved it. I really, really loved how I didn't have to calculate anything for those sales. It was great, and I'm very much looking forward to using that again in the future. There was one time where Fiona's Square didn't work. I think it was the person's card, but it was kind of interesting that that didn't work, so I'll have to kind of keep that in mind for the future. But I didn't have any issues with mine personally, so that was really good. Now that is all the updates that I have in terms of the market. So I'm now going to get into a breakdown, and I'm gonna go in order of everything that sold. I did split it on my notebook into cash and debit, so I'm just gonna read all the debit ones first because that's what the majority of the first ones were, and then I'll do the cash ones at the end. So I'll put an image if I have one of the product, and I'll let you guys know how much it costs and everything. So the first thing that sold was a a small whale and a keychain. It was a watermelon keychain. So the small whale was just those mini whales that I was making in my most recent market prep vlog, and I am so glad I made those. Are so cute and easy to make, and I sold that for $6. And then I also sold a keychain with that, and that was a watermelon keychain also for $6. So that was like 2 kids, and I think their mom let them pick out one thing each, so it was really great. That was also my first debit sale ever, so it was really fun. And then the next thing that I sold was a turtle for $20. It was a green turtle. It was actually the one that we made in my no-sew turtle tutorial, which is here on the channel for you guys. And it's literally the one that I made in the tutorial that sold, so that was really great. And that one was probably one of my favorites too. I absolutely loved the color of it, so I was really glad that that sold for $20. The next thing that I sold was a rubber duck for $16, and I think this one was like the lighter yellow that I had. I had like darker yellow ones and lighter yellow ones. I definitely sold the lighter yellow one. So that was what I sold, and that is also my tutorial here on the channel. Not all of the 10 weeks of market tutorials that I have made for you guys I've actually sold at markets before. I'm promoting them as market patterns and market friendly patterns, which they are, but luckily for me, a lot of them are selling really well at my markets, so I'm really happy about that. And you can also follow this tutorial if you're interested here on the channel. I love it. It's very quick and easy to make, so highly recommend. The next thing that I sold, I'm very excited about this one, was a dragon for $45, so I'm really happy about that. The dragons got a lot of attention at our market. It is Crochet by Jenna's no-sew dragon pattern. I'll link all the patterns and tutorials I used in my document down below, and I absolutely love that pattern. It's so fun, very time consuming but worth it, and I love that it's no-sew. This was the green dragon that sold. It was the same colors as the turtle that sold, and I absolutely love those colors like I mentioned, so I was super happy to have that one sell, and very happy to sell like a bigger item and just have one of my dragons get sold because I've never sold those before. The next thing that I sold was another rubber duck, and this one was either the light yellow one like I mentioned or a darker yellow one, and we had these in like our 3-tiered shelf, which we've never used to put plushies in at a market. We've brought it to markets but never for plushies, and it went really well. The person beside us also had the exact same one filled with different stuff, so it looked really good, and a lot of people were really looking at that thing, so it was great to bring that. And we actually decided at the market that even if we have a 2-table setup at our next market, we're still bringing that thing because it was very helpful and a lot of people liked it, so that was great. But yeah, I sold another rubber duck, so very great market pattern, and I have already made more of them to restock because I didn't know they were going to be so popular, but I'm really glad that they were. And Fiona also took that payment for me because she had a sale with that one as well, so that was great. We have our own separate Square accounts, and then we just kind of measured the difference and then figure that out at the end, but it worked well for us. And then after that I sold 2 tiny turtles, and I also took payment for Fiona's chicken. The tiny turtles sold really well at this market, and it was like a light yellow and rainbow one, and I also sold a blue and rainbow one. Like it was 2 different types of rainbow, but those were really cute and I'm so glad to have them sell. The blue one actually had embroidered eyes, which was interesting, so I'm really glad that one sold as well, and I'll definitely be making more of those. I already have been because they were really great sellers. I've never sold them before, but I highly recommend trying those out. And I sold those for $16. Forgot to mention, I think that the duck was $16 as well. So the turtles were $8 each. And then the next sale that I did was also a turtle for $8. It was like the tiny turtle again, and that one was to my little cousin, and she got the pink multicolored with like the pink body. It was so cute. And then my other cousin chose a blue mini whale for $6, and he actually has a bigger blue whale in the exact same color that Fiona made him for like Christmas or something, and so he wanted a baby one to match. It was so cute, and he sent us a video of them together. It was very cute, so I was super happy that they came by, and they were in town just for the weekend, so it was really fun that like my whole family got to come out and see us, and then we went over there for dinner as well, so it was really fun to spend that time with them, and they also purchase from us, so that was great. And then we have one more sale that was debit, and that was a loaf cap. So this was $22, and it was my gray loaf cap with a white face. Super cute, and it reminds me of my friend's cat because that's like its exact like colors. I definitely need to make more of those too because I can tell they're gonna be a hit at our upcoming market probably as well because they just got a lot of attention. We sold loaf caps last year, but it was a different pattern, so I think these ones are definitely the way to go, and I'm really excited about them. And then moving into cash sales, I have two. So the first one was a scrunchie for $4. I'm always glad to sell scrunchies. I think it was a dark green one. Great decision, one of my favorites. I was really happy to have one of those sell, and also a pink cow. So this was kind of a funny story. It was this little boy, he was so cute, and it was a little girl as well. She picked something from Fiona, I think, and then the little boy, he initially had purchased, or his parents purchased, a axolotl. It was like the multicolored blue axolotl, really cute, for $20. But then she actually came back and said he wanted the pink cow instead, and that was $22. So the kid gave me a toonie, which was so cute, and I made $22 selling that pink cow. So that was really great, and he really loved it, so it was really cute. Quick note before I get into how much money we made. I am Canadian, so these prices are Canadian dollars, and the total is Canadian dollars. I will also tell you at the end the total that me and Fiona made together, but I'm not gonna go into what she sold because not my business. But just to give you guys an idea, because we collectively sold more than like what I'm telling you, so I just wanted to be transparent, like tell you what you guys might realistically also be able to make. In total debit sales, or square, I made $161, so not bad. That was 11 items, $161. And then in cash, I made $26 with 2 items. So the total that I made at this market was $187. And some of you might think that's really good, some of you might think that's really bad, but I personally will not be calling this a fail at all because it was a really great day, and that is money that I did not have before. I absolutely loved it. I really love markets, and I know that they're really good for me too because I'm not a very social person, but it's very fulfilling to be able to realize kind of that there's people out there who actually like not everybody's like us. They don't like crochet, they don't know anything about it, and they just think it's so cool. And it's like really like, oh wow, like you think what I do is actually cool? Like it feels good. So I highly recommend trying markets if you never have. And let me know if you guys feel the same way about markets because I just really love them. And then if we're gonna talk deductions for expenses, I'm not going to deduct yarn costs or anything because I'm just not. But if we want to deduct the booth fee, that would be $172. $15 because I paid for half of it. I can check the square fees, but I do think that they were $2 and something cents. I have a lot of emails right now. My fees were $2.66, but there was also a $6 test payment that I did with my mom, so it would be less than that, probably around $2.50, I would assume. So that would be a total of $169.50 if you subtracted all of those fees. And then if we're going to consider what Fiona also made, we collectively as a business made a total of $260 on our market. In terms of best sellers for this market, tied for second/third, I guess, is rubber ducks and mini whales. I sold 2 rubber ducks and 2 mini whales, so that's really great. And then for our number 1 seller, this time it was tiny turtles. So it's not super surprising to me that the smaller items were best sellers, but also the rubber duck was a best seller as well, and that is more of a medium-sized product. So that's really great, and I'm really interested to see how our next market goes as well, because I feel like some stuff that like I've never tried before sold, and like my past bestsellers didn't sell as well. So I think it will be really interesting to see how my next market goes. Overall, it was a really great day. We made some extra cash, we sold some plushies, and we were able to get our business out there and just have a really positive, good experience. And I'm so excited for our next market now because that was so fun and I can't wait to do it again. Our next market is usually quite a big one for us though, and I'm really excited. I'll have that video out for you guys within the next couple of weeks. The market is in June, but it's at the beginning of June, so it will be out in a few weeks. And then I also have market vlogs coming out and everything like that. I'm also filming ideas videos again now that the 10 weeks of tutorials are over, so it's really fun. And make sure to subscribe to stick around with me. I am coming to the end of my schooling journey, so I'm really trying to step up my crochet business game, and my dream would definitely be doing this full-time someday. So I really appreciate everybody who's here, and I love to chat with you guys in the comments, and I really appreciate you being here. So thank you so much, and I really hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to check out the 10 weeks of market tutorials and the other market day vlogs, and also the market prep vlogs for before this market and also my upcoming markets. Let me know if you guys have ever done markets before and what your experience has been, and if you haven't done markets, let me know what your bestsellers are, because I love to learn and try new patterns. So let me know if there's any that I should be trying. And don't forget to check out my Etsy shop in the description down below. But thank you guys so much for watching today's video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!